This episode on Bologna Unsolved, we investigate who was on the dock the day the pike was caught on the Great Bear Lake family vacation. You may have heard of this story, but do you really know what happened?
Were you there for the vote?
Kerosene tomatoes.
Could you tell real quickly the garage fire story? Or?
Who were at the
It's gonna
helm?
eat it. What's up, fam? Hey, what we got over here?
I've been working on Bologna Unsolved episode 2.
Right.
Got ourselves a little murder board. Got ourselves a little suspect table.
Wow.
What their motives for catching the fish might be. What their speculative location could be if they weren't actually catching the fish, if they were somewhere else. So, for example, Teddy and Christian were playing pitch most of the vacation, I think, playing card games. So they could have been that if they weren't on the dock. I mean, Mom could have been eating snacks or on the dock while eating snacks.
Interesting, little variety. Why would Teddy's motive be afraid of the fish?
He was afraid of the fish, so
What's the motive behind that?
to catch
To rid the lake of
yeah,
the
to
fish.
rid the- exactly, to be the big man.
You know, Robert, this sport is good and all, but Bologna Unsolved, we don't need any of that. It's in Sharpie. Damn it, Robert.
So let's move on to the murder board. Similar stuff going on here, but just trying to connect the dots.
Who's that?
Who were the nature? That's the guy Jim that Ann was dating at the time. We found this picture online of him.
That's him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not you in a wig.
No, that's Jim.
That's Jim. Alright.
Aged a bit.
Aged a bit. Oh.
But anyways, just trying to connect the dots.
Right.
You know, who were the fishermen on this trip? Myself included.
Oh, interesting.
Who were the fishers of men?
What does that mean?
Who were the nature lovers? I
that's
just
interesting.
had to make a lot of these
So
connections.
why? Yeah, that makes sense. Why are Aunt Mary, Ann, and Christian specifically linked to the dock? Suspects.
They were on the dock. They were on the dock at some point.
At some point. Interesting.
So
Could be argued.
what have you heard about? I know you were pretty young when this happened.
Right.
Though. What of stories at least or of memory? What do you think happened on that dock?
Well, from what I heard, I believe that my mom, Christian, and Matt caught the pike. Or I think my mom caught the pike, but Matt and Christian were there. And I also heard something about Ann and Oma possibly being on the dock.
Oh.
Or at least outside with some of the other kids. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I similar beliefs to you. I think that Gia was maybe part of it. I think she was on and off the dock for a little bit. I think she caught some fish. I've also heard some Ann stuff. I heard that Ann might have been right there reeling it in with whoever caught it. So I guess we'll have to find out. But let's get into the facts.
In 2008, many members of the Bologna family went on a vacation to Great Bear Lake, Michigan. A huge recurring event was the fishing on the dock after someone spotted a giant fish, later to be identified as a pike, on one of the first days of the trip. Finally, on the last night, Aunt Janine caught the fish on her line, shown by the famous picture of her and Ann holding the line with the pike on it. The additional family members that were on the dock when the fish was caught is a topic that has been disputed to this day. A picture taken earlier on that vacation shows all of these people on the dock when Aunt Janine was wearing the exact same outfit as she was in the Pike picture, meaning that Uncle John, myself, Elise, Paul, Gia, Christian, or Matt could have all been on the dock when the Pike was caught. However, this piece of evidence could be inconclusive, given that Aunt Janine has been spotted wearing this outfit in many other occasions.
What? We weren't there. Yeah, no, I was there for a day, and I think I was there the day the pike was caught. And I want to say it was somebody like Gia who caught the pike or something weird.
Interesting.
Is that not right?
Do you remember a certain family member caught a pike?
No.
Once again, Jack's testimony was useless. Now, let's get into the useful testimony.
Who was on the dock when they pulled up the pike at the Great Bear Lake vacation?
I was not.
You were
It
not.
was your mom, me, and Christian, and Oma was on the dock.
Okay.
And my mom was taking her, but I thought like everybody ran up at that time, so.
Mm-hmm. But so those five were on the dock when the fish was caught, or the pike was caught.
Yeah.
So what was your side of the
Well,
story?
do you remember who caught it?
Your mom, primarily, and Matt was with her.
Anyone else on the dock when they first caught it?
When they first caught it, yes, Oma and I were out on the dock because nobody was out there. It was at night, and Oma had not yet been out on the dock, so she wanted to be able to go out there. So she asked me to walk her out there.
Okay.
But then when Aunt Janine caught the fish, your mom caught the fish, everybody was screaming and ran out to the dock, so I had to get her off.
Watch this.
And then your mom and I kind of pulled the fish in, because at one point I was holding the rod with her, and Matt or Christian scooped it up.
Okay. So Luke wasn't there?
I don't remember Luke being there. No, I think Christian definitely, because Christian was there most of the time.
Yeah, Christian was there.
Too, Christian and Matt.
Alright, so thank you for taking the time to interview with me again.
No, Robert, thank you. The last group of people that tried to, dig into this, I really haven't heard of them since, so we're just glad that someone finally, took the initiative and is not worried about all the threats that have been flying around and all the names and the what's who's and the wazzle wazzles and, is going to tackle this thing once and for all.
Yes, thank you. It's a tough job. Now, what do you remember from the Great Bear Lake vacation?
I gotta tell you, Robert, I don't remember much. I know that, Aunt Janine was making some of her special Aunt Janine juice, and let's say that thing was pretty loaded, so I don't remember too much, but I do remember some. So what do you need to know about?
Well, this episode's case is about the pike that was caught on that vacation. Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember mighty well. That thing had big teeth.
Do you remember the night that it was caught? Who was on the dock when that happened?
Oh my God, yeah, it was your mom, it was Christian, and it was Matt. I'm pretty sure they were all out there. They've been out there for about 4 or 5 nights in a row. I think, the first night they snagged it, the line broke, he got away, and then the rest of the week Teddy wouldn't go swimming. And then the final night they caught it, they brought it in, and I think Matt or someone netted it, and lo and behold, they had their story forever.
Now, what do you have to say? There's been some speculation that Ann was on the dock helping reel in the line. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, it's possible in spirit that she was there rooting us on, but them. But in reality, no. I mean, that's just fake news, fake, wrong, Wrong.
I was wondering for this episode, would you like to bring your name out or still stay anonymous?
I would like to keep my name out of it. I just know that there's been a lot of bad blood between me and some of the people, but I will say this for anyone listening. You'll know me as the 17th hairiest person in the Bologna clan.
What about that Great Bear Lake trip? Do you remember? Everyone knows you were the one who caught the pike.
Step back a little. The lighting is not good here.
Oh, okay. Everyone knows that you caught the pike, correct?
Well, yeah. Of course, everyone knows that that's who caught the pike.
And who was there with you? Because there's been a lot of speculation.
There has been a lot of speculation, and if I am correct, for several nights in advance of that, we had been trying to catch the pike, and that was primarily Christian, Matt, and me, and maybe somebody else.
But who was there when you caught the pike?
I remember Christian being there, and I believe Matt was also on the dock when I caught the pike. I believe when I was reeling it in, everybody was a little scared to get that net and grab the pike. So that's when I think people ran onto the dock, particularly Jim, I believe it was, and he grabbed the net and pulled the pike onto the dock. Then afterwards, Ann brought Oma out, and actually Ann helped pick up the pike with me.
Oh,
so we got some good pictures of it.
But so she picked it up, but she wasn't there initially when it was
caught.
I do not recall her being on the dock when it was caught.
So the only three people on the dock when it was caught was you, Christian, and Matt.
Oh wait, so you're telling me she was holding it for the picture, but she didn't help reel it in?
I do not recall her reeling it in.
But she did help with holding it up, or was she? She ran to the scene, but what?
She ran to the scene. She might have.
So wait. Let me ask you this. So, in a rush, when people were from the house coming outside, and they looked on the dock, what would they have seen? They would have seen you, Christian, Matt, Ann,
Jim,
and Uncle Jim.
No, it wasn't Uncle Jim. It was that other guy, Jim, that at the time Ann was dating.
Oh, okay. So
I think that was about.
So people running out of the house would have seen you five on the dock.
Well, there were some people in the house, but there were mostly people around the fireplace. That's why it was easy for Oma to get down there, because she didn't have to go down all the stairs. Was Elise at the fireplace? I think she was at the fireplace.
Who was inside?
Maybe Aunt Mary and Uncle John.
So
and maybe Uncle Michael. I don't know.
So Uncle Michael coming out. He would have seen you five on the dock though with the pike.
I don't really recall.
I'm lying.
That's the best I remember.
Okay.
Thank you.
Useless. All right, so we know that Aunt Janine, Christian, and Matt were on the dock.
I guess the real main question is, was Ann there? Because you still so you have...
And Oma, possibly.
And Oma, maybe, yeah. You still have interviewer X and Mom saying she doesn't really recall Ann being there. You have the photo. The photo, which is, unless someone's a master at Photoshop, you got Ann right there at the scene holding the rod.
Right.
Was she reeling it in? I mean,
Or did she catch the pike?
No, I don't think that could be a whole nother episode. Now, the part for me that's hard is the fact that she said she was helping Oma. Multiple sources said she was helping Oma, off the dock, where she was with Oma on the dock. Which means she would have heard the pike getting caught, and then she ran over to help catch it, I guess. That's the part I don't really know. So I guess, so we know Mom, Christian, Matt were all there. Whether Ann was on the dock reeling the fish in or not, I think will forever remain unsolved.
Robert, sorry to be calling you back again so late. I know it's 3 in the morning, but you know, one of these mysteries has just been keeping me up at night. And yeah, I was hoping that you and the Bologna Unsolved team could really dig into this one, because I know that one of the Chicago Bolognas has been trying to bury this for years. I gotta know, Robert, did someone say truffles?
No, I don't think that's right. I think it was one of the New Jersey boys, because they're, you know, that part of the family is part amphibious, you know.
So if somebody was running from the house or running outside from the house, they would have seen 5 people on the dock.
I have no idea, man. Either 5 or 3. They might have seen a unicorn. I have no idea.
Lucy, if you think it was Sam that caught the fish, grab the giraffe. If you think it was not Sam, then grab the little button. Well, she's grabbing neither right now.
Hang on.
Oh.
Right